Now, if you're looking for the absolute best sounding true wireless earbuds, well, you're going to want to watch this video. This is EBPMAN Tech Reviews, and today we're going to take a look at the successor to the Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless Earbuds version 1. We're taking a look at now the Momentum True Wireless Earbuds version 2. Let's check them out.
Things still been said and done. There's not a part of me.
Now, last year we reviewed on the channel the Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless Earbuds, and let's be candid, they really didn't do well. They had battery issues, they had also Bluetooth issues, they had just issues galore, and no matter how many firmwares we got here on the channel, I actually went through 3 versions. So in this video, we're going to take a look at what has changed, what has improved. Have they addressed the battery draining issue on the battery? Also, we're going to do an EBPMAN call quality test. We're also going to be using our new tech to let you hear how well these sound. Because let's face it, Sennheiser has a reputation in the industry for providing one of the best sounding earbuds on the market. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to hear it yourself. We're also going to take a look at active noise canceling using this new tech. So let's get right to it.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the little bell icon to get notified when new videos become available.
Now, as we take a closer look at the specs, one thing I wanted to highlight is that these support Bluetooth 5.1, which means you're going to have no issues when it comes to synchronization of audio and video, either watching Netflix, Hulu, Amazon streaming, or any kind of streaming whatsoever. Now, from a battery life perspective, these also have improved since the previous version. Now, they're claiming 7 hours of battery life, and if you charge them for 10 minutes, you're going to get 1.5 hours of usage. Now, in my testing, I have not been able to hit the 7 hours. I've actually hit maybe around 4.5 hours with active noise canceling on, and disabling active noise canceling, I've seen just a little bit over 6 hours. So not quite the 7-hour claim, but still an improvement. Now, for those of you who are looking for codec support, you can see here that all the popular codecs that you would expect are supported. Now, later on in the video, we'll be taking a look at call quality and active noise canceling. But as you can see here, each earbud has a single mic and also has active noise canceling in each one. Now, as we take a closer look at the case itself, you're going to notice that there have been some improvements. The case itself is slightly smaller. You're going to see how I'm putting it right next to it. You notice that it is a little bit smaller. We'll put it right here so you can see it again, how it's not as long. Get it right there. Just a tad, right? And if we put it this way, you can see more about the dimensions that have changed. And put it this way. The back, you'll notice that you still have that little button right here that allows you to do the reset. You do have also the USB-C and the LED that's going to tell you the battery level. Now, the earbuds themselves, as we open them up side by side, you'll notice that they are magnetic and they will not come out of the case. Now, there have been some differences with the earbuds, and if you take a look at the earbuds, this one is slightly smaller, and the way or the angle in which it connects into your ear, goes into your ear, has also changed. Contact points are pretty much the same. Let me show you what they look like on, so you can see, what does one look like the other. All right, so this is what they look like. I'm going to turn to the right. You can see how it's bigger, and you turn to the left, and you can see how this one looks. If I were to put this one back and wear both of them, I'll put them both in my ear. Okay, this is what they look like going to the right. This is what they look like going to the left. If I do a shake, they don't fall out. I also don't feel them shifting at all, and I find that they're very comfortable. But I will say that the passive noise canceling, just the plug effect that you get when you put them on, is not as good as the Jabra Elite 75Ts. I think they have a better fit, but these are comfortable. If I were to compare them to the previous version, just so you can see the size difference, again, we'll put on the old one, so you can see how much larger they are. So see, a little bit larger. But I really never had a problem with these coming out. Now, the earbuds themselves, if we talk about Bluetooth, we talked about the fact that they were Bluetooth 5.1, which is really good. But unfortunately, they do not support multi-connect, meaning that you cannot have them connected to a phone and a tablet. And if you're watching a movie on a tablet or on a laptop and your phone rings, it's going to automatically switch over. It doesn't do that. You can multi-pair, meaning you can pair it to multiple devices, but you have to disconnect one and connect the other for it to work. So that's one of the things that's disappointing. Now, the other thing that you have right here is that you do have the ability to touch either of these areas. So all the controls are touch-based, and I'll say that the app is probably one of the most configurable apps that I've seen now, and that's a major improvement. The app is not something I've been a fan of for quite some time, and I would say that they have really done a really nice job improving it. Now, the other thing that I'll mention is one of the problems that I had with my version of these earbuds was that the Bluetooth signal wasn't remembered. The pairing wasn't remembered. And every single time I took it off, literally this guy right here, I replaced this 3 times. 3 times. And every single time to this day that I connect it to my phones, iPhone or Android phone, it doesn't remember its connection, and I have to do a factory reset to be able to connect it, and then it's going to forget anyway. The other thing that happens is that the battery drains incredibly fast. That is not the case with this version. So I haven't had any issues with the Bluetooth, and I haven't had any issues with the case draining as well. So as I'm using these and I put them in, charge them 100%, and I left them a couple days plugged in, when I opened up the case, I was pleasantly surprised to see that they were still at 100%. So the battery draining issue seems to have been solved. Now, one of the things that this case does not have is the ability to wireless charge, which is also, I think, really disappointing given so many different cases and so many different earbuds that are much less expensive and have that feature. Now, one other area that's really disappointing with the Sennheisers, given their price, is the fact that they do not support individual use. So, if I'd like to be able to use one earbud at a time, you can't do that. It just doesn't work. And in this day, what you see all of the other earbuds supporting that feature, that is something that for the price and for the class of earbud that we have here, it should support that as well. Now, as we take a closer look at the application itself, you'll see that the application has had several improvements. What we're going to do is tap in this area first, and you can see all the different things that you can configure here. There's quite a bit that you can configure. All you have to do is press and hold, and then you'll be able to modify. So if I tap this right here, I can change any of these settings. So you'll notice that you do have the ability to, with a single tap, in my case, I have active noise canceling turned on. With a single tap, I'm also able to turn on transparency. Now, the transparency mode in this, and we're going to see some of our tests so you can hear what I hear, is not as good as I would say as some of the other brands. While you do get transparency mode, and the transparency mode works, and it works well, it's not as loud as I would like it to be. I really like the ability that you have in the Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus, where you can actually adjust the level of transparency and hear more, and almost to the point get super hearing. I don't like the fact that this only has one setting. The active noise canceling, while I think it's good, it's not great. I don't think that it can compete with, for example, the Sonys. I think that, in my opinion, the Sonys are better when it comes to the active noise canceling. So those are a couple of things that I will mention that I'll see right there. Now, right here, you can, with the app, turn on transparency mode, and then you're going to hear things. Now, I will say this, that the transparency mode sounds less digital and more normal, but I don't think that it's as transparent as it could be. As we look at the app, you also then have your equalizer, and the equalizer is pretty basic. And as we talk about the sound quality, we'll get more into this. But the equalizer, you would either drag it to the left, and you'd have one experience. You drag it up here for another, and you can adjust how you'd like to hear things, and you can also create some settings. Now, as we talk about overall music experience, there's no question that the Sennheiser sound signature is a great sound signature. You really have depth. You have great soundstage. Elements are crisp, they're clean, very crisp and very clean. And bass, mids, and highs are present, and you don't really have them competing with each other. It has great bass. And, depending on the song and the genre that you're listening to, you're going to enjoy these really well. But I do find that, again, as I think about some of the other brands that we've been testing lately on the channel, that I would have expected that the bar for these would go up even higher. I think that they're okay, maybe even better than okay, maybe they're even great, but I don't think that they're as amazing as the first generation was when we were comparing them to the earbuds that were of that time. A lot of the earbuds have really stepped up their gameplay. So what I'm just going to do is we're going to switch over to a series of tests where you're going to be able to hear what the audio quality looks like using our new technology, right? So you're going to be able to hear the audio for the music playback, you'll hear the call quality, and you'll also hear active noise canceling. So let's get right to that piece. So next we're going to test the ambient and active noise technology in a noisy environment. Let's take a look at our decibel ratings, and you can see that they're anywhere from 34 all the way up to 79 dB. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch to active noise, and we're going to see how much is drowned out. Go ahead and turn it on again. Alright, so next what we're going to do is going to turn on the ambient noise so we can hear what's going on. Let me know what you thought about that in the comment area below. Now for this next portion of the video, make sure you put on your headphones or your true wireless earbuds so you can hear exactly what I hear when using the Sennheiser Momentum 2. Let's get right to it.
I don't wanna fall for you, oh no. But you make it so hard. Watching you dance all night, baby, it's making me fall hard. Trying to take a deep breath, but I just can't control my lungs. Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I wanna do it all with you by my side. If you're in, meet me here tonight. Be brave and come along, I'll be alright. Promise we don't need no brake lights. We can travel the world, so just say yes. Choose to do whatever comes next. Been walking round in circles, wondering where to start. Killing time, Friday night. Found a photograph of us, without cares and worn out clothes. Doesn't seem so long ago. Now I'm just sitting here bored at home, and it really got me thinking of the times we took off on the road. Boy, it's been a while since we talked, and my head's getting nervous. I can't handle this on and off. I can't, no. I just gotta know where you are if I want to remain sane. But you're ghosting every text and call. Oh no, you could be running off with somebody else. Ooh, boy, I ask myself, yeah. Wait, maybe you're just off doing what you said. We're soaring up high, got no clue. How do I know what I mean to you? Yeah. Say it out loud, spill the truth. Tell me how I'm gonna get close to you.
Now next we're going to do a call quality test of the Sennheiser Momentum 2 in a quiet environment. Let's take a look at our decibel readings. Again, anywhere from 22 to 24 decibels in sound. Let's go ahead and switch.
Now, this is what the call quality would sound like when making a phone call on the Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless Earbuds version 2 in a quiet environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is a test. Next, let's go into a noisy environment.
So next we're going to do a call quality test of the Sennheiser Momentum version 2 in a noisy environment. As we take a look at our decibel readings, you notice that things have changed quite a bit. We're seeing anywhere from 33 all the way up to 79 decibels of noise. So what we're going to do first is we're going to switch to the Momentum True Wireless Earbuds version 2. We're going to stay quiet to see how much of the ambient noise is being canceled, and then we'll speak. Let's go ahead and do that.
Now, this is what the call quality would sound like when making a phone call from the Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless Earbuds version 2 in a noisy environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is a test. This is what the call quality would sound like in a noisy environment of the Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless Earbuds version 2. Let me know what you thought about the call quality in a noisy environment in the comment area below.
So guys, that wraps up our review of the Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless Earbuds version 2. Let me know what you thought about the audio quality, the call quality, the active noise canceling test, and what do you think about our new tech? I'd love to hear from you.